Stevie from Spartanburg, South Carolina. I've been playing pool for about 25 years. I started playing the game, there was a game room beside my home in Arcadia, South Carolina, which is a suburb of Spartanburg, South Carolina. It was just a couple of small bar tables. There was a guy there that played very well, and he was a great player, matter of fact. I was amazed at how he could control the cue ball and set up for the next shot. And it just consumed me. You know, I lost touch with school, friends, so pool was my friend at an early age and has been for 25 years now. I actually quit school when I was 16 to travel, and because I knew I wanted to play pool for a living. And I guess I was 13 years old when I first made my first score. I thought was a big score. I made $300 off a guy, and it was pretty exciting for me. You know, I went to school, had all this money, so I was like, who needs school whenever I can make $300 in a day? You know, I'm 12, 13 years old. So anyway, at 16, I just took off and hit the road traveling, and I was fortunate enough to meet up with Earl Strickland, which is probably the best American 9-ball player ever lived. And I got to compete with him every day for about 7 months, which really escalated my pool game. Taught me patterns, position play. It was a great experience for me. So from there, you know, I thought I could beat anybody, and commenced, I guess, to going off to the East Coast, the West Coast, all over the South. I spent probably a good 10 years on the road, steady, without, you know, I'd come home for a couple of weeks. You know, there were days where I had no money and didn't know what I was going to do about food, but most times I was with somebody that had a little money, and it wasn't really I was ever broke, because I had somebody there that could put money up for me to play, and I was kind of at the will of these people too. You know, they would take me around to beat people so they could make money off of me, and which was okay. I was doing what I loved. You know, I was young and just full of pool, I guess you'd say, and that's what consumed me. I didn't care about the money then, and I just wanted to play pool and be the best I could be. I started playing a lot of tournaments when I was probably 18 years old, and I met a guy around this time that was a well-known hustler. His name was Johnny Ferber. I'd met him. He had actually hustled me a little bit, and he was like, you know, you need to stay away from the tournaments because it's just so hard to make a living there, and you know, you have to compete with the best in the world. You know, and that's what I wanted to do in the beginning. And then I noticed how little the pro players got paid, so I kind of listened to what he said and took the different route to traveling around and hustling bars and pool rooms in different towns all over the country, and kind of strayed away from my dream and my goal. And I did that for about 10, 12, 15 years, something like that. Actually, whenever I was 18, that's whenever I started playing tournaments, and I was kind of in between hustling and the tournament scene. And he was trying to keep me from playing these tournaments, but I wanted to compete, you know, and that's how I could compete, because most of the times I would go to a town and nobody there could beat me. So, I mean, it was just like I just go there to win money and whoop-de-doo, you know. I wasn't having any competition. And around 20, 21 years old, I played in a World Bar Table Championship in Palm Springs, California, and I ended up winning it. So my goal as a kid was to become a world champion by the time I was 21, and I kind of said I achieved that goal before I was 21, or whenever I was 21, and then from there I was like, well, I've kind of achieved my goal, so what am I going to do now? And that's whenever I kind of went to just the hustling, and I did that for a good solid 10, 12 years. But from those 10, 12 years, I didn't play a lot of major tournaments. I just traveled the country and made my living that way through hustling pool.